As a creative professional working with clients and peers, I often find myself in a loop, constantly typing out feedback on multiple devices and tools. Discovering Pactto has allowed me to eliminate typed feedback and instantly send a recorded video with my action items. With Pactto, I can easily review videos, websites, images, 3D files, and audio files. My feedback can then be sent as a link with clear action items faster than any other tool out there. Pactto has changed my daily lifestyle. I now have more time than ever to do what I love most.
Hello, everyone. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, whatever you are in the world. My name is Damian Borba. I'm Pacto's founder and CEO, and I'm very, very, very happy to be back here live streaming. So, after multiple years of doing this for Adobe, when I was a product manager on Adobe XD, I'm finally back to live stream. So the idea here is to have weekly conversations with our audience, our Pacto audience, to learn, to test new features, to hear feedback, to really iterate on the product and be that product that users love, right? So the only way we can do that is by staying super, super close to our customers. This is the first one, the first of many. And today I'll be talking more about Pacto. But starting next week, we're going to have guests. And in these new conversations, we're going to have discussions about creativity, AI, how AI will impact creativity, not only in production workflows, but also in the exchange of feedback workflows, the way humans interact. And that will be very, very insightful. I will be learning a lot, and hopefully, I'll be sharing, answering questions here, and learning from everyone. So, the first thing I'd like to talk about is the idea here of our weekly live stream, right? So, you probably heard, you probably saw, but a couple months ago, actually, I'd say a little over a year ago, we started to focus a lot more on creatives, on professionals doing video work, doing image work in like Photoshop, in Figma, UI, UX, even development. And we call that audience the creative audience, right? Everyone who is receiving some sort of inputs is having some imagination and then it's creating, right? So that's the audience that we focus now on Pacto, and the live stream here is really to connect with this audience to discuss how creativity will coexist in the area of AI, right? And how AI can be a tool and never a threat. And that's one of our really big assumptions, that creatives will get more creative. I'm really excited with what's coming in terms of creativity. A lot of the production pipelines and work will get easier and faster. But we believe at Pacto, everyone at Pacto believes that creativity is the ultimate differentiator. And that's something that's uniquely human. Humans can imagine, humans can really dream of a future that doesn't exist yet. Yes, AI can create a lot of things, but that initial trigger, that initial creativity spark, as far as we believe, it will never be done by AI, right? We really feel that humans bring this extra level of connectivity. Humans are social animals. Like, we need other humans to coexist and to thrive. And because we can think of the future, we can imagine the future, we can have these like intentional hallucinations, right? Like what we think the future could be. And then we go there, we collaborate, and we make that future happen. So for today live stream, I really want to show you where we are as a tool, as a product. again, focus on creative professionals. I have a ton of experience with creativity, right? I spent 10 years of my career doing flash work, and then design development. I was teaching at one point, so that reveals my age a little bit. Flash, right? Like long, good days of Flash. And then the next 10 years I spent in corporate. So I worked for BlackBerry, PayPal, as a developer advocate, working with developers all over the world. Then I joined Adobe. I was one of the product managers for Adobe XD for 6 years. And then I joined Intuit. And in March of 2023, almost 2 years ago, I left it all behind to build Pactto, right? This startup to really boost creativity, to really take creativity to a next level. And I want to spend some time showing you where we are. So if you're interested in learning about Pactto, you can go to our social channels. You can go to Instagram, LinkedIn, even Facebook, and then we can start interacting. If you want to test Pactto on your phone, let me start by showing you Pactto on the phone. So let me share my screen here. Perfect. So here I have Pacto running on my iPhone. It's right here, so you can see it moves as I move. This is the App Store, right? So you can search for Pacto, Pactto, and there you can download and install Pacto, right? Once you have it there, you can create an account. Just want to go over some of the things you can do with Pacto, right? So you can, as you can see in this first image here, you can use your phone or computer, but let's talk about the phone or tablet. You can use you as the feedback. So instead of, let's say I want to review this image or this video that's here, instead of, as I review this, let's say in other tools, I have to watch a little bit of the video, then I have to pause, then I have to type that feedback. And then I watch a little bit more, I pause, and I have to type that feedback. That breaking process, like the fact that I have to stop what I'm thinking creatively to share my thoughts, to then switch my mental model to now I'm not thinking, I'm typing more. Then I have to go to this physical scenario of typing feedback. So I'm switching my brain, I'm blocking, I'm breaking my flow. That makes people not as creative as they could be. So our whole goal is with Pacto is to maximize creativity. So we want to make sure that you don't have to stop thinking to start typing, right? You just continue to think, and because you're doing that, you're not having these interruptions, you can get more creative. You can get into thoughts that will never exist if you didn't have to stop, right? So that's the whole thing there. So in this first image, you can see you can record the feedback on a video, an image, 3D assets, anything, by using your voice, using your drawings, your verbal signs, your visual signs. It's all there for you. You can zoom in and out very easily. You can bring reference images, reference videos to really point to the other person. Oh, this is what I mean. Like, this is exactly the reference. This is the reference that I'm looking for. This is the color that I want. This is the reference image that I need. And it's a lot easier to explain what's in your head that way than typing. Imagine having to type that feedback there. Another thing, you can, if you use your camera, you can scout places, you can film places, and then you can pause, resume the recording. So you can really go through your thought process and really deliver that in a way that's very easy to understand. As I said, you can scout spaces. So instead of taking pictures and writing documents, I can just use Pacto and just film the ambient and really say, oh, this is where my light is. This is where my special artifact will be placed. And at the end of it, you get a very easy to understand report with a video, with your action items, with the transcriptions and everything. You can even review websites, right? You can review entire websites, PDF files. You can review 3D files. You can draw on top of it. You can rotate them. You can review audio files in a very easy way from your phone. So you can do that from here. You can, if you don't have internet connection, you can record everything locally. So let's say you want to do share feedback on, and you're traveling, there's no internet, you can do that on your phone or computer. And Pacto is by default privacy first, so you can really stay offline if you want and really do everything locally. At the end of every review, if you share your review as a web link, this web link will have the video, transcriptions, and action items. In both transcriptions and the results here, the action items, they are time coded, so you know exactly where to go to. And in the future, we're exploring some of the more natural ways of interacting with the interface, so you can just talk to Pacto and it will do things for you. So let me cover the first use case, right? So let's say I'm here on WhatsApp and I just received a bunch of videos that I need to review. And I'm here on my phone, I'm not in front of my computer, and I want to review this video, right? So technically, I would have to go to this place or go to a link and really spend some time there. But here on Pacto, from WhatsApp or any other app, I can, let's say I want to review this Red Bull video here, I can tap here to watch the video, right? And then this is within WhatsApp. Then I hit the share option here at the bottom, share, and you will see that Pacto is listed there, right? So when I do that, it's gonna launch Pacto, load the video from WhatsApp, and now I can start making my recording. I can start recording here. Let me enable my microphone. I forgot that. Let me do that again. Enable microphone. I can even enable my camera and position the camera wherever I want. Then I can start this review, right? It's gonna give me a countdown. And from now on, everything I do will get recorded. So I can draw, you see this little thing here, little thing there. I can even draw a rectangle there or a circle. A lot of the video editors, they like to go in more details and do frame by frame animations, right? Let's say I'm pinching here to move this around. Let's say I put it here. I can move my camera to whatever I want. And let's say I'll jump to the end here just to show you a section, right? Let's say this animation, right? Let's say I want to play with that. I can go back using this infinite timeline here on the right. I don't know if you can see it here on the right. Right here, there's this infinite timeline. I can go frame by frame, go back, and really play with and really investigate and go frame by frame on this transition to really convey what I need to do. And then I can say, oh, here, let's change this to orange. I don't know, this is not exactly what I want. You can pinch to zoom and all that. You can even bring this artboard here, the whiteboard on top, to draw on top of it. You can have specific sections. You can load references. You can rotate. You can do so much here. And then at the end of it, you end this review. And then Pacto will create a video with everything you did. From now on, everything I do will get recorded. So I can draw. You see this little thing here, little thing there. I can even draw a rectangle. And then from here, I can create a web link. That's the first option. I can share with other apps. I can share this via email, or I can simply save to my gallery. Let's say I want to share it back to WhatsApp, right? I can click here and I can go to WhatsApp and then I would send it to myself. Boom. So again, from WhatsApp, I was able to get that footage that was sent to me, that video, that image, open that with Pacto, draw everything, explain exactly what needs to change. And now if you go back to WhatsApp, you see that video that I just did. From now on, everything I do is back to WhatsApp. So another thing that's important here is, I don't know if you saw, but at the very top on the right, we have the time code. So the editor or the person that needs to act on these changes, we know exactly what frame needs to change, right? The time code is embedded in the video. So it's one thing that can navigate and go through it. So it's very, very easy to integrate. So that's how you can share straight from WhatsApp in this case. With Pactto, you can even review other kinds of assets. For example, here I was reviewing this video as you saw there. You can play, you can go in slow motion and see the differences. You can go back really frame by frame to fine tune what you need to do. You can start explaining, you can change the color here. Let's say on a highlight, oh, let's make sure this is a little different. Or if you really want to get to the detail of something, you can say, oh, maybe the lighting here is not ideal. Let's change it to that. Maybe the timing of the frame is not there. I can do so much here. I can even bring comparison assets. So like if I play this, add the plus button at the top there, I can bring another video. So let's bring a video here. Let's say Pactto video. Let's say I want to bring this one, the horizontal view of it. So now I have two videos here, right? I have this video here at the bottom and this other one at the top. And now I can say maybe something's different, like this is the color that I want. This is the right animation that I want, right? And then you can play them together. You can do so much here together. So it's really easy to share your point across. Another thing you can do here is you can review, let's say 3D assets. There's a lot of creatives doing 3D work. I can come here, for example, and I can select this FBX file. I can open with Pactto. It's going to download everything. So it's going to load the spider here, right? And I can zoom in and out with my two fingers. I don't know if you can see here, but I'm zooming in and out with two fingers. I can then use these tools, these cubes, to rotate horizontally around the y-axis, and this is around the x-axis. And because this is an animation, right, this is a 3D file with an animation, I can go really slow and see the details of everything by playing here on the timeline, right? So I don't know if you can see here, but I'm moving, and it's very, very responsive, super, super easy to do. Perfect. Then the same way I can record, I can draw things on top. I can say, oh, this is not right, this is wrong. I can also review audio files. So let's say you're playing with music. I can come here. It's going to load that audio file. And then I can say, oh, at this point, let's say I want to bring my camera here, right? Let's say I'm going to create some sort of reaction here, right? I can say, let's listen to this. And you can play the music. Then you can pause and you can say, hey, this is not exactly what I feel like. If you really want to go full screen, you can double tap on the camera and then it goes full screen. You can explain something and then you can go back and continue to iterate here. You can navigate on the big timeline here. So again, very easy. Then you end the review and all of your feedback is recorded as a video. Then you can pause and you can say, hey, this is not exactly what I feel. So it's a lot easier to convey what's in your head via this. Imagine having to really type all that feedback. You'll be really, really, really painful. And then from here, as I said, you already saw how I can share this with other apps, but I can also share this as a web link. I can tap here. When I do here, this is gonna save the video just in case something happens. So it's saved in your gallery. And now it's going to create a link with your review, right? So let me open an example here of Pactto link. So I already have some videos loaded here, some reviews done ready for you. This is one review where PJ, the owner of the co-founder, right, of our lighthouse customer, Pereira Dell, this amazing agency in San Francisco, New York. He uses Pacto to share his thoughts. And in this case, this one, he was doing that from his phone. So he got this video, he had to review it.
Right, I think you need to start here with the moon, and
then you can get very precise in your thoughts,
and then cut to the big fish, not the eye. Okay, so let's see how it goes.
And then at the end here,
ecological cycle turns forever strong, moving everything along.
and then here you can see his timing things visually, like he needs to go this way, this way, this way. Imagine having to type that, or when he did the sound of the bubble, he did like, boop. How are you gonna explain that creatively to share your thought, right, in text? That's really, really hard.
I think that this is when you have this.
Let me see another place here.
And on this image, you don't go.
And then you can really explain everything that's there. There's one point here that he draws a lot, but I want to show you an example.
If we have to re-render some of these images, I'll try to get these one to get the kid to blink with a new brush.
I think it's here.
Why we write this song? Got it. I think the pace of this end is going like close shot, close shot, close shot, medium shot.
Imagine having to explain that in text. That would be really, really hard. So the editing team on the other side, or the agency on the other side, the production company on the other side, they receive this link, this public link that can be shared and viewed on phones or tablets or computers. The link has the video. People can download the video. Pacto AI creates a title based on what was said. We create transcriptions of everything that was said, every word that was said there, with time codes. So if you click on the time code, it jumps to that place. And we go a little bit beyond and we create action items. So the results tab here is a list of action items that have the time code. So you can see on this one, goodbye and releasing, the action that needs to be taken. And then you can click there to see exactly what needs to be done. So that's the shared link that we have. Again, very easy to explain what you want. And when you are logged in, for example, here I am logged in on Pacto, right? This is my account. You can control and edit some of the things that you generate. For example, let me find one example here that could be fun to show you. Let's see. There's one that I really, really like. Let me find it now. Let's search here for Joe. Yeah, for example, this one is a nice one. I can view this link, right? And you can see this is, I recorded a talk that I delivered with Jason. Jason runs this amazing program called Adamant, the how to raise capital, right, for startups. And I went through that process. It was amazing. And at the end of that, because we did a raise, he invited me to this panel to show everything. So this was a meeting, a Zoom meeting that I recorded with Pacto. So at the end of it, we get the link. I got the transcriptions, right, as you just saw. But then in the instructions here, instead of action items, me as the owner of the link, I decided to ask Pacto to create a blog post to excite new founders on raising their first round. So you can change the prompt here, you can change the instruction to do something with what was captured in the recordings. And then I said to make sure he has lessons learned. The goal is to have someone reading it and then feeling extra motivated to make it happen. That whole thing is there to give you control. So there's a lot of tools out there that give you the option to generate documents and everything, but they don't give you a lot of control, a lot of customization options, right? So here with Pacto, you can change the instructions to do whatever you want. And in this case, when I do that, I get this amazing blog post with all the areas that I asked, all there for me. Another kind of, let's go back here. Another interesting, let's see, bug use case is a lot of our users, they do QA, right? They show something on the computer, they record the screen on the computer. In this case, I use Pacto to record my screen to report a bug that we had. And at the end, again, I got transcriptions. My instructions at the end were create a bug report using this template, my company's template. So I added the template here. So you can do whatever you want. You can have rules, you can have templates. It's really like going to ChatGPT and telling it to do things there. But then here you don't have to leave Pacto. It's all here for you. Sorry. And then you click on the results, and there I have the bug report following my template, ready for me to go to Jira or Linear. Perfect. So that's that. One thing that I showed here that I think it's worth mentioning, this is our website. So if you want to give it a try, you can go to pactto.com, right? Pactto.com. And here you can see some of our awards. We won this amazing AI showcase here in California, here in San Diego. Last year was amazing. Another post from Adweek where we're listed as some of the best AI tools there for creative work. And then we also were finalists in the pitch competition here in San Diego. So here you can see a demo of the product. You can see testimonials. As I said, remember PJ that I just showed you before? He's here, our Lighthouse customer. Again, there's a lot of information here. Andrew Gordon, he worked for Pixar for 20 years. He's one of our advisors, and he's really helping us shape the future of the tool. Please let me know if you have questions or if you have curiosity on something, if you want to see something more specific. I would love to show it to you and answer your question. Or if you have feedback, validating all of our steps would be amazing. Here you have a lot of the data that I showed you, social proof, and the ability to download Pacto at the very, very end. So one of the things that we announced very, very recently was the blog. So for example, we announced Kadu here joining as our co-founder and COO. He's going to focus on a lot of other initiatives like revenue, sales, and marketing. But this is one that I really want to highlight. This is a post that we announced at the end of the year where Coca-Cola, working with POD or Pierre Rodel, got 30% faster. So the cycles of feedback of humans exchanging feedback with other humans during the entire process got 30% faster. So in cycles that would normally take 3 days, they were able to remove an entire day of their process. So again, this is a lot of the details of the process and how Pacto helped them. So again, this is an invitation for you and your agency, your creative firm, to really give it a try and see how much faster, how much more precise you can get by using Pacto, right? So that's there. And we're going to be posting a lot more features here as we go. Let me go back here to the dashboard. And again, now I'm not on my phone anymore. I'm on my computer. Here you can upload your videos. Let's say I want to review this video here. I can click here and then view, review. Let's say I want to review it myself. When I do that in the browser, it's going to load the video I can allow this. Let me turn on my camera, my microphone, and now I can play this. I can double click to show something more specifically, draw, really explain what I need from the browser. So I don't even have to leave the browser to do all this. When I finish, let's say I start recording, you can see the time code is here. So when you end, you see that time code right there, right? So it's very easy for you to explain everything that's in your head, and then here you can download or send this to the person. One of the biggest pain points that we heard from agencies all over the world was the idea of having to ask customers what to do. So I'm an agency, I'm doing my work. Now I need to present this work to my customer, to my external customer, and I need to get that feedback back. The way that process takes place today is horrible. It's via text, email, Slack, WhatsApp, voice messages. It's all over the place. It's horrible. So thinking of that, we created this new feature called Ask for Feedback. So you can upload a video and then you go to Pactto and you choose to ask for feedback. And then you can send that feedback request via email, or you can create a feedback request web link. When you have this link created, all you got to do is share this link with your customer. And then from any browser, let me open a new window here. If they click there, and this is myself, I'm still logged in. Let me get Safari here, 1 second. Safari, let's paste it there. Perfect. So I'm simulating and I'm in a different device. I'm a customer receiving this link. As a customer, I can download this video, I can give feedback or approve. If I approve, awesome. It's just an approval process. But as a customer, if I want to give feedback on this, all I got to do is click give feedback. I don't have to have a Pactto account. I don't have to pay for anything. So this is for customers that want to give their feedback. And again, I think the live stream here is stealing my microphone, but hopefully, yeah, it's stealing my microphone. But normally when you're not recording in a live stream like this, things will work better. And then your customer will be able to record their feedback. Let's say they start this feedback, they say this needs to change, this needs to go here or there. And then at the end of it, you click end review. And if you like it, you can send this review. So let's sign the review now. And I will add my fake email here. And I can say, make these changes, please. And then I send this review. And now Pactto will upload this, and the agency will receive that review as a human, right? It's going to be very true to the customer reaction. So if the customer is happy or sad, or every little detail that they care will be captured. And that customer on the other side, they will never have to type anything. They can just be themselves and review the video in a very easy way. We also have a desktop app that allows you to record your screen, review a web link, or review a video file. As you can imagine, let's minimize this. Let's close this. Let's say I'm here on my phone, and let's say I want to review a website, right? I can come here and choose to record my screen. So this is gonna initiate Pactto within this. Just make sure everything is ready here. Oh, initiated in a different one. Pactto, record screen. Yeah, this is a demo. Gods are not with me. Come on, guys. This is, let me try one more time. This is our demo build, dev build. Perfect. So now let's do the record screen. Perfect. All right. So here you can have your camera. You can then really literally like open something. Let's say I want to see this. I just brought this thing here, and then I can start recording, right? Oops. Start recording. Now you can see, you can, as a user, you can draw on things. You can explain anything using your voice. You can go full screen, explain things full screen, go back, move this around, remove the camera. And at the end of it, you get an instant video that was recorded locally with everything it did, right? So, and same thing here. From here, you can share a link. You can do whatever you want. You can record meetings and all of that. Another thing that we can do here is you can review web links, right? So let's say I want to review a web link. I want to review on this screen here. And let's say I want to review a website, currents.com. This is a website that I read. Oh, no. It's not there. Let's see. Figma. Figma.com. Perfect. All right, so here I have the Figma website. I can start reviewing it. I can say whatever I want. But one of the things we want to do is we want to maximize the ability to be more creative, to know more, to explain things better. So on top of having the ability to see this in multiple resolutions, right? You can see, let me move this back here. So it's going to be easier for you to see. You can, using the Pactto browser, you can do desktop, tablet, or mobile, right? Let's say I go desktop. You have the ability to ask for help. Like, for example, I can say, when was Figma founded? Please give me more details about the maybe founding team and where they are located. So now the AI will listen to my instruction and it will give me that answer. So as I do this review, you can see that Figma was founded in 2012, the founding team, blah, blah, blah. And you can do all that. So this is how you can get hints of information as you need to do your thing here. So let's see here. Draw something. Same thing, right? You can draw and go from there. Perfect. You can scroll and draw at the same time. But let's say I want to play with this text, right? This is something that maybe it's not resonating with UI UX designers. I have this is a very early feature, so I don't know if it's gonna work. Let's give it a try. Where you can select an area here. This area here, now it's selected, and I can say make this more engaging, especially for UI UX designers. Add some emojis and preserve the styles. So now back to listen to my instruction. It's inspecting the DOM. It's getting the right information. It didn't keep added the emojis, as I said. It didn't keep the styles, but let's try. We're still fine tuning it, but you get the idea, right? For example, let's say I want to see how a new element will work here. Let's say I have this element here. Let's try adding a new element. Let's see. Add a new menu item called feedback. So let's see if it's going to add a new element here to this. And it really depends on how the website is structured, right? If the website is styled, clean, there's a lot of optimizations that these websites do sometimes that make it hard for the AI to understand the DOM and everything. It's still thinking. It's probably a big element here, but you get the idea, right? You can talk to the website, you can talk to what's presented in front of you, and Pacto will inject that change, trying its best to preserve the styles, preserve everything. So this is a very good way for trying new styles. And this is the beginning of this creative journey, right? There's so much that needs to be done. There's so much that needs to, oh, there you go. He added the feedback. Took a while, but again, he did that work. He worked super hard. He added the new element here, preserving all the styles, respecting. And the more context we add, the better it gets. Let's see if I showed you everything. So we saw the website, we saw the mobile app, we saw the desktop app, we saw the web app, we saw the ask for feedback feature, which is really, really critical for users that need feedback from external customers. We also have a Slack integration. We can post things to Slack and things just work well there. Let me move the camera here so you can see that. Some people like to record without all this extra stuff. So you can, when you start recording, if you hold shift, it's going to remove the UI. So you can do whatever you want. You can review. And at the end, you just stop the recording and then it gives you that link. So there's a lot more to be done. Hopefully this live stream gave you an idea of everything that can be done with Pacto. Please make sure that you give it a try and let us know your feedback. We're learning. There's so much to be done. And for now, let's work together to maximize creativity. And thank you very much for watching. Bye.